It's time to take command with former NFL tight end Logan Paulsen and former Commanders beat reporter Craig Hoffman.
Take 5 on a Tuesday. That's Logan Paulsen. I am Craig Hoffman. Logan, for our Tuesday breakdown, our Tuesday Take 5, we're going to go into one play from the game, break it down in a little bit more depth. And the play today is the first touchdown that Sam Howell throws to Brian Robinson. Take us through it.
Yeah, so I think the cool thing about this is, like, I really like the concept just generally as a red zone concept. So to the right, you get your two receivers, and one of them is going to run a corner, and one of them is going to run an out. And so with that, like, you get a nice high-low there. And then if you work left, Jahan's going to run a crossing route, which hopefully would get the plugger. And if he gets across the plugger's face, like if Sam starts with the corner and the out, the crosser would be right there, right? So it's really easy progression. You get a nice high-low.
Yeah, you start to your right, you check it out, and then you come back middle, and then you go left.
It is actually the first touchdown that he threw in the NFL was a very, very similar concept, the one that he threw to Terry. So you get the high-low, Terry's the crosser instead of Jahan. He throws the crosser, and then Terry ends up scoring. Obviously here, in this look, the plugger kind of gets gummy with Jahan, so it doesn't show up right in time. And then he's going to work to the back. Who's releasing? Brian Robinson's releasing from the backfield. Arc releasing. He's going to run like an angle route. Some people call it Texas. I would call it like an arches. Double stick and try to get across that guy's face, almost like a slant. B-Rob slips. So, like, Sam, you can see his eyes. It was a great job. He checks out the corner and the out, looks for Jahan, looks for the back. The back slips, and then all of a sudden he goes into, like, it's baller mode time, baby. So he ends up rolling to his left, and I don't know if he's throwing it to him. I don't know if he's throwing it to Brian Robinson or Logan Thomas, but he rolls out, and the fact that he's able to get that arm angle so low and kind of fit it through that crease is impressive. And so I think, like, what I would say about this play is one of the things about the NFL in 2023 is that, yeah, you have like a really nice concept designed, right? And, like, you know, back when I got in the league in 2010, like, this concept was awesome. This concept was in the league then too. And you kind of work the same progression. The problem is that if it was dead, the quarterback didn't have any, like, ability to kind of make a playoff schedule. And now when you look at the quarterback position in the NFL, like, as defined by Patrick Mahomes, as defined by Josh Allen, as defined by Herbert to a certain extent, they have the ability to say, okay, the play's dead. Let me use my athleticism, get out of the pocket, and make something off schedule. And I think when you look at the most effective offenses, when you look at Patrick Mahomes, for example, he does an excellent job of stuff like this, where it's off schedule. I can extend the play, find somebody, and we get a score. Because think about, like, if Carson Wentz is the quarterback here, this play's dead. It's a sack probably, or a throwaway, you know? And having that extra little tick of athleticism allows for this dynamic, which makes you more effective in the red zone. You don't have to make the perfect call if you're EB, because you've got a guy who's got a little get open at the mailbox type of stuff to him. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm going to try to look through the transcript real quick because I don't remember if Sam talked about this play after the game. But the more I watch it, the more I do think that he actually was throwing to Logan Thomas here.
Yeah.
Logan kind of tries to uncover and is headed back towards the outside, and Robinson just kind of comes out of nowhere and thank God takes the ball, because Logan slips and this is going to be an incompletion, and instead it's a touchdown. Because
sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Yeah. You know, and again, it's still a ridiculous play that he is able to get that arm angle and, you know, whatever. Here's what he said afterwards. The first touchdown to B-Rob, I broke the pocket. He did a good job of finding a lane, and I just saw a little lane where I could give him the ball. Those plays are the things that we work on in practice. You know, the scramble drill and stuff off schedule. And I think that's a big part of this offense, and I was glad to see that today. So he says that he was throwing to B-Rob and that he saw him. I don't know, Logan. I think he might be taking credit for a lucky little break there.
Lucky break. People say all sorts of crazy stuff in interviews. You remember Reuben Foster? Remember him? He was here for a little bit. He was in San Francisco. He would say the most ridiculous things in interviews, right? Like, they were talking about the peanut punch one time. So, the peanut punch was developed by Tillman, right? The corner for
Charles Peanut Dillman.
Yeah. He punched the ball out instead of tackle. And so they were talking. They said, "Oh, where did you come up with the peanut punch?" And why is that so important? And he said, oh, well, like the top of the football, like the point of the football, he's like, that looks like a peanut and you punch it. And I was like, like in your interview, why don't you just say, I don't know? But like everyone in the media is, oh, that's a great answer. And they write it down, they send it out, and they do all their stuff. But I think like is in the moment, you're just like, oh yeah, let's just say whatever I feel like. But I do think, yeah, like to his point,
Maybe he
like,
did see him.
Maybe he did. But like he could see him because like it's working through that periphery. But there's a reason he's a starting NFL quarterback and I'm not, because I definitely didn't see him until it was like last second.
Even on TV, I didn't see it until he had the ball, and I was like, "Where did he go? They scored."
Yeah, but I would say what I would say is that like conceptually, you can do everything you want from an X's and O standpoint. We can get the right coverage, right whatever. People fall down, and the fact that he has this ability to kind of extend plays, do stuff off schedule is totally an iteration of the NFL quarterback in 2023, right? Like, and it's cool to have a guy like that with that arm talent and that kind of sneaky athleticism that can make you right as a play caller. So I think as much as we want to talk about the scheme of this play, it's really, I think, what Sam brings outside of the scheme that makes him special and is going to elevate this team in the red zone this year.
And it's something this team has not had in a long, long time at this level. So it's exciting. Obviously, he's going to have to continue to get better from the pocket, but especially in the red zone, where this team has struggled in the past. If you can create off schedule, you can get touchdowns down there instead of field goals, and that is how you win games in the NFL. All right, we'll see you tomorrow for a full preview of the Denver we'll see you Friday for a full preview of the Denver Broncos. See you tomorrow for the tape breakdown in full of this game, and then back with another Take 5 on Thursday. Thanks for listening to Take Command. Subscribe if you're not, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks for watching this clip of Take Command. First, why don't you like it? It lets other people know that it was good, and then they should watch it too. And Logan, we have a new exclusive home for full episodes.
We do. 1067 The Fans YouTube page. Go check it out and please subscribe.
Yeah, do what Logan said.
Do it.
Very, very smart.